Oh no, look like I froze up again. It didn't. Oh, now and I had everything I was going to show you all too. That my light up card. Well, I should have to do a separate video on that so I can show you all my light up card. I know StreamYard. I worked on it today and everything was doing good. I even so long as y'all can hear me, look like you can because look like the sound is on. So I know if y'all can't hear me, y'all will let me know. So hello Dickie. Did you get your prize? Did you get it yesterday? Did you get the book yesterday? And hello Dickie, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. Thank you. Well, it was working for a while here for me being on here, and now it just froze. So I'm not gonna mess with it long as y'all can hear me. Okay, thank you, Dickie. Okay, and as long as y'all can hear me, till I can figure this out, and a lot of people are having problems with StreamYard now. Like I told y'all, since they were bought out. So I think that is a problem, and they're not, and he is not answering anybody either. He ain't even answering me. People are waiting to get some help, and I went on StreamYard community, and I seen a lot of people having problems with them, and and it's frustrating when Gage and the other guy when they were there had the town hall meeting, they cared. If you got a problem at the end of the show, you let them know and they'll help you right away. And it used to be you can have a chat they have a chat right there where you can chat during the live too, and they'll help you there. Now it's not that way anymore, and everybody's saying going downhill. StreamYard is, since Bending Spoons bought them out, and people are leaving. They're tired of it, and so in April I should not gonna renew it. I'm just gonna I'm going to downgrade it to the free one and keep the free one, and I'm hoping I can know how to do the OBS by then. Okay, I want to show you all my light up card. I am so proud of it, but now I can't. And I could probably show a picture of it, but it'll take too much time to do all that while I'm on here, so I won't hold you all up. And okay, I'll have to do another video, and somehow, and on my phone, I can do a phone on my phone and show you all, and put it on my Facebook page. And I'll be doing more than light up cards. Another thing too, I'm thinking about doing that voice recording cards too. I saw that on Amazon. I already saw, and I had to save up money for that. And there's one that you get two in a pack, and it already has a battery in it, and it's a 15 or 16 megabyte. You can record for about 15, 16 minutes, and it's about $17, $18 for two of them together. So I'm thinking about making cards like that too. Or I might get do a shorter version where you have 2 or 3 minutes, and it's a lot cheaper. I might do it that way too. I'd probably do that better, because that would save a lot of money. Because I don't think I have to do a card for 15 minutes. But I think I will do it like 2 or 3 minutes. I think that'd be appropriate. Okay, how was your week this week? Yep, I'm so glad. Glad because I got my I finished that project of my friend, and I did her 20 a card I've been working on since January, and I finished it a week ago last Thursday. So I'm so proud of finishing that, and I think I did a great job on it. So now I'm going to be doing stuff like that now, making more cards and bookmarks. I have laminated paper. I'm gonna learn how to laminate bookmarks, and I've been studying that too. And I'm putting my poetry on it. Okay, and I'm gonna read my poem I wrote for the card. I called it "You Light Up My." Then I made a heart, and I put a heart on top of the cardstock, on the yellow cardstock, and this is what it says inside. God has truly blessed us, our love and our marriage. I'm looking forward to seeing more years together with you. You light up my heart, my inner being, my soul. You give me a reason to keep on going when things get tough. You give me a reason to sing and dance, a reason to smile every day, and a reason to say, Happy anniversary, my sweet darling, and I love you forever and more. That was for the card inside, and so I'll be doing different things for that. Okay. Hello, Doreen. Hello, Doreen. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. And I hope, okay, how y'all doing, Doreen and Mark? Hope y'all doing good. Okay. And I apologize, you all. I'm having so much problems now. Like I told you, for the ones who's coming in now, you're, okay. You're very welcome, Doreen. Okay. Okay. And Mark said, good. I'm glad to hear that, Mark. I'm glad you're doing good. And Doreen said, we're doing good. That is awesome, Doreen. Okay. Okay. And, okay. And so I don't know. I'm hoping I can do this pretty soon, learning how to do the, OBS, because this is getting out ridiculous, because I can't even do a video anymore, and like I did go on Steam Community to get some help, but it still didn't do any good what they're telling me to do. I did all of that. I don't know if it's StreamYard or is it my USB hub. I don't know, so I'll figure it out. And I want to do my OBS because I feel like my camera works. It is on. It works. It's just that it's the I know it's the StreamYard. Too many people having problems with it. So oh well. I just haven't had time to to work on it because I thought it will start working again. So. Okay, I apologize, you all. And I'm gonna read And I will do a video on my card. You light up my heart, shape of a heart, and I put gems on it, red gems on the card on the outside of it, and um and this is for a happy anniversary. I'll be doing different things. I'll be doing Santa Claus, Christmas, and all of that. And I'm also gonna. I've got my wobbles, and I'll be doing a wobble card. A wobble card is where you put the wobble behind whatever you want to put on the card. Like let's say a Christmas tree or Santa Claus. Well, you attach a wobble to the back of the card, and then you attach the Santa Claus or Christmas tree or whatever to the wobble, and then it'll be on the card, and all you have to do is flip it, and it'll wobble. You know, like one of them wobble heads you back in years ago when they had them wobble dolls. That kind of wobbling, but instead it'll be on the card. I thought that was so neat to see. Okay. And when I practice enough of it, um, okay, these light up cards, I will let you all know, and I'll let y'all know the price if anybody wants to buy the light up cards. It is so beautiful, and this is my very first one I did, so I have to do a video on it just so you all can see it. Okay, now I'm gonna get started. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'm gonna read Gary's poem. Money has spoiled. Okay, money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. And that was Gary's poem, Money Has Spoiled. Okay. And remember, oh yeah, one other thing. If I forget, I don't get to send it um um invitation to everybody. If I don't send it to you, it don't mean you can't come because everybody's welcome to the show. I still can't, it's hard to send it to everybody. So I do my best. I know some people don't want it sent it to them. So I should do my best. I should put it on my page mostly, and I put in the groups. And if there's anybody who wants it, okay. Now I'm gonna get started. I'm going back like I used to do. I'll also start with William Shakespeare. Oh, one more thing about the bookmarks. There's a I'm gonna be doing some bookmarks with my poetry on it, and I'll be laminating it and putting a ribbon in at the end of it. And what I'm gonna do is putting really short poems on there, and not real long ones. And some of them will have my poetry on it, and some others won't. Okay. And once I get some of that done, I will let you all know, and I shall put on Ko-Fi, and then I'll share it on my Facebook page too. Okay, now I'm going to read from the complete works of William Shakespeare. Okay, volume 1, and I'm reading from King Henry VI, Part 3. We're on Act 2 now. Act 2, Scene 1. A plain near Mortimer's Cross in Herefordshire. A march. Enter Edward Richard, and their power. Okay. Edward. Edward, I wonder how our princely father escaped, or whether he be escaped away or no from Clifford's and Northumberland's pursuit. Had he been taken, we should have heard the news. Had he been slain, we should have heard the news. Or had he escaped, methinks we should have heard the happy tidings of his good escape. How fared my brother? Why is he so sad? Um, Richard, I cannot joy until I be resolved where our right valiant father is become. I saw him in the battle range about, and watched him how he singled Clifford forth. Methought he bore him in the thickest troop, as though a lion in a herd of neat, or as a bear encompassed round with dogs, who having pinched a few and made them cry, the rest stand all aloof and bark at him. So fared our father with his enemies, so fled his enemies my warlike father. Methinks 'tis pride enough to be his son. See how the morning goes her golden gates, and takes her farewell of the glorious sun. How well resembles it the prime of youth, trimmed like a younker, prancing to his love. Edward, dazzle mine eyes, or do I see three suns? Richard, three glorious suns, each one a perfect sun, not separated with the racking clouds, but severed in a pale, clear, shining sky. See, they join, embrace, and seem to kiss, as if they vowed some league inviolable. Now are they but one lamp, one light, one sun, and in this the heaven figures some event, Edward. This wondrous, strange, the like yet never heard of. I think it cites us, brother, to the field, that we, the sons of brave Plantageneter, each one already blazing by our needs, should notwithstanding join our spirit lights together, and overshine the earth as this the world, whatever it bows. Henceforward will I bear upon my target three fair shining suns. Richard, nay, bear bear three daughters. By your leave I speak it. You love the reader better than the mule. Enter a messenger. But what art thou, whose heavy looks foretell some dreadful story hanging on thy tongue? Messenger, one that was a woeful looker on when as the noble Duke of York was slain, your princely father and my loving lord. Edward, oh, speak no more, for I have heard too much. Richard, say how he died, for I will hear it all. Messenger, environed he was with many foes, and stood against them as the hope of Troy, against the Greeks that would have centered Troy, but Hercules himself must yield to oaths, and many strokes, though with a lend ask, how hewed down and fell the hardest timbered oak by many hands, Your father was subdued, but only slaughtered by the dreadful arm, or ireful arm of unrelenting Clifford and the Queen, who crowned the previous, who crowned the precious Duke in high despite, laughed in his face, and with grief he wept. The, the ruthless Queen gave him to dry his cheeks a napkin steeped in his harmless blood of sweet young Rutland by rough Clifford slain, and after many scorns, many foul taunts, they took his head, and on the gate of York they set the same, and there saint it doth remain. The, the saddest spectacle that ever I viewed. Edward, sweet Duke of York, our prop to lean upon. Now thou art gone, we have no staff, so stay. O Clifford, boisterous Clifford, thou hast slain the flower of Europe for his chivalry, and treacherously hast thou vanquished him. For hand to hand he would have vanquished thee. Now my soul's palace is become a prison. Ah, will she break from hence, that this my body might in the ground be closed up in rest? For never henceforth, and I joy again, never, oh never shall I see more joy. Richard, I cannot weep, for all my body's moisture scarce serves to quench my furnace burning heart, nor can my tongue unload my heart's great burden. For Edmund wind that I would speak withal, I is kindling coals that fires all my breast, and burns me up with flames that tears would quench. To weep is to make less the depth of grief. Tears them for days, blow and revenge for me. Richard, I hear thy name, I'll bend thy death, or die renowned by tempting it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, oh no. Edward, his name that valiant Duke hath left was thee, his dukedom and his share with me is left. Richard, nay, if thou be that princely eagle's bird, show thy show thy decent by gazing against the sun, for share and dukedom shown in kingdom say, either that is shine or side, or I doubt were not this. Okay, sorry about that, you all. I'm just having trouble reading it. Okay, because I know my glasses are good. Okay, let me see if I get. See, that light will help. Okay. Oh, that light helps better now. Okay. Okay. March. Enter Warwick, Marquess of Montague, and their army. Warwick. How now, fair lords? What there? What news abroad? Richard. Great Lord of Warwick, if we should recount our baleful news, and at each word's deliverance, stab poignards in our flesh till all were told, the words would add more anguish than the wounds. O valiant Lord, the Duke of York is slain. Edward. O Warwick, Warwick, that Plantagenet which had held three dearly as his soul's redemption, is by the stern Lord Clifford done to death. Warwick. 10 days ago I drowned these news in tears, and now, to add more measure to your woes, I come to tell you things all since then befallen after the bloody fray at Wakefield fought, where your brave father breathed his latest gasp. Tidings, as swiftly as a post could run, were brought me of your loss and his depart. I, then in London, keeper of the king, mustered my soldiers, gathered flocks of friends, and very well appointed as I thought, marched towards St. Aloysius to intercept the Queen. Bearing the King in my behalf alone, for by my scouts I was advertised that she was coming with a full intent to dash our late decree in Parliament, touching King Henry's oath and your succession. Short tale to make, we at St. Albans met our battles joined, and both sides fiercely fought. But whether 'twas the coldness of the king, who took full gently on his warlike queen, that robbed my soldiers of their heated spleen, or whether 'twas report of her success, or more than the common fear of Clifford's rigor, who thunders to his captives blood and death, I cannot judge, but to conclude with troth, their weapons like to lightning came and went, our soldiers like the night owl's lazy flight, or like an idle thresher with a nail hell, fell gently down as if they struck their friends. I sheared them off with justice of our cause, with promise of high pay and great rewards, but all by vain. They had no heart to fight, and we and them no hope to win the day, so that we fled the king unto the queen. Lord George, your brother, Norfolk, and anyone, and myself, in post haste, and are come to join with you. For in the marches here we heard you were making another head to fight again. Edward. Where's the Duke of Norfolk, gentle Warwick? And when came George from Burgundy to England? Warwick. Some 6 miles off the Duke, in with the soldiers, and for your brother he was lately sent from your kind aunt, Duchess of Burgundy, with aid of the soldiers to tide needful war. Richard. 'Twas odds belike when valiant Warwick fled. Of have I heard his praises in pursuit, but never till now his scandal of retire Warwick, nor now my scandal, Richard, dost thou hear, for thou that shalt know this strong right hand of mine can pluck the diadem from Saint Henry's head, and wring the awful sceptre from his fist, were he as famous and as bold in war as he is famed for mildness, peace, and prayer. Richard, I know it well, Lord Warwick. Blame me not. 'Tis love I hear thy glories makes me speak. But in this troublous time, what's to be done? Shall we go throw away our coats of steel and wrap our bodies in black mourning gowns, numbering our Ave Maries with our heads? Or shall we, on the helmets of our foes, tell our devotion with revengeful arms? If for the last say A, and to it, lords. Warwick, why, therefore Warwick came to seek you out, and therefore comes my brother Montague. Attend me, lords, the proud insulting queen with Clifford and the hot Northumberland, and of their teacher, and of their feather, many more proud birds have wrought the easy melting king like wax. He swore consent to your succession, his oath enrolled in the Parliament, and now to London all the crew are gone, to frustrate both his oath and what beside may make against the house of Lancaster. Their power, I think, is 30,000 strong. Now, if the help of Norfolk and myself, with all the friends that thou, brave Earl of March, amongst the loving Welshmen, canst procure, will but amount to 25,000. Why, these, via to London, will we march amain, and once again bestride our foaming steeds, and once again cry, charge upon our foes, is that never once again turn back and fly. Richard, ay, now methinks I hear great Warwick speak. Never may he live to see a sunshine day that cries retire if Warwick told him stay, bid him stay. Edward, Lord Warwick, on thy soldier will I lean, and when thou fellest, as God forbid the hour, must Edward fall, which peril heaven forfend. Warwick, no longer Earl of March, but Duke of York. The next degree is England's royal throne. For King of England shalt thou be proclaimed in every borough as we pass along, and he that throws not up his cap for joy shall for the fault make forfeit of his head. King Edward, valiant Richard, Montague, stay we no longer, dreaming of renown, but sound the trumpets and about our task. Richard, thou Clifford, were thy heart as still, as thou hast shown it plenty by thy deeds. I come to pierce it, or to give thee mine. Edward, then strike up drums, God and St. George for us. Mhm. Mhm. Enter a messenger. Warwick. How now? What news? Messenger. The Duke of Norfolk sends you word by me. The Queen is coming with a puissant host, and craves your company for speedy counsel. Warwick. Why then it sorts brave warriors, lists away, exit. And that was the end of scene one. Scene two. Before York, unflourished. Enter King Henry, Queen Margaret, the Prince of Wales, Clifford, and Northumberland with drum and trumpets. Queen Margaret. Welcome, my lord, to this brave town of York. Yonder's the head of that arch enemy that sought to be a compass with your crown. Doth not the object shear your heart, any Lord King Henry? Ay, as a rock sheared them that feared their wreck. To see this sight, it irks my very soul. Withhold revenge, dear God, 'tis not my fault, nor wait wittingly have I infringed my vow. Clifford, my gracious liege, this too much lenity. And harmful pity must be laid aside. To to whom do lions cast their gentle looks? Not to the beast that would assert their den, whose hand is that the forest bear doth lick, not his that stout, not his that spoiled her young before her face, who scaped the lurking serpent's mortal sting, not he that sets his foot upon her beck. The smallest sworn will turn being trodden on, and doves wail, peak and safeguard of their brood. And this is York, doth level at thy crown, thou smiling while he knit his angry brows. He but a duke would have his sons king, and raise his issue like a loving sire. Thou being a king, blessed with a goodly son, dighter yield consent to disinherit him, which argued thee a most unloving father, unreasonable creatures feed their young, and though man's face be fearful to their eyes, yet in protection of their tender ones, which hath not seen them, even with these wings, which sometimes they have used with fearful flight, make war with him that climbed unto their nets, offering their own lives in their young's defense. For shame, my liege, make them your precious precedent. Were it not pity that this goodly boy should lose his birthright by his father's fault, and long hereafter say unto his child, what my great grandfather and grandsire got, my careless father fondly gave away? Ah, what a shame were this! Look on the boy, and let his manly face, which promiseth successful fortune, still thy melting heart to hold thine own and lead thine own with him. King Henry, full well hath Clifford played the traitor, and fearing arguments of mighty force. But Clifford, tell me, didst thou never hear that things like ill got had ever had bad success? And happy always was it for that son whose father for his hoarding went to hell? I'll leave my son my virtuous deeds behind, and would my father had left me no more, for all the rest is hold at such a rate as brings a thousandfold more care to keep than in possession any lot of treasure. Ah, cousin York, would but thy best friends did know how it doth grieve me that thy head is here. Queen Margaret. My lord, cheer up your spirits, our foes are nigh, and this soft courage makes your followers faint. Was promised king, was you promised knighthood to our forward son. Unsheath your wood, unsheath your sword, and dub him presently. Edward, kneel down. King Henry, Edward Plantagenet, arise a knight, and learn this lesson. Draw thy sword in right. Prince, my gracious father, by your kingly leave, I'll draw it as a parent to the crown. And in that quarrel, use it to the death. Clifford, why, that is spoken like a coward prince. Enter a messenger. Messenger, royal commanders, be in readiness. For with a band of 30,000 men comes Warwick, backing of the Duke of York, and in the towns as they do march along, proclaims him king, and many fly to him. Arrange your battle, for they are at hand. Clifford, I would your highness would depart the field. The queen hath best of success when you are absent. Oh, Queen Margaret, ay, good my lord, and leave us to our fortune. King Henry, why, that's my fortune too, therefore I'll stay. Northumberland, be it with resolution than to fight. Prince, my royal father cheered these noble lords, and hearten those that fight in their defense. Unsheathe your sword, good father, cries St. George. March, enter Edward, George, Richard, Warwick, Norfolk, Montague, and soldiers. Edward, now perjured Henry, wilt thou kneel for grace, and set thy diadem upon my head, or by the mortal fortune of the field? Queen Margaret, go, rate thy minions, proud and suing boy. Becomes it thee to be thou hold in terms before thy sovereign and thy lawful king? Edward, I am his king, and he should know me his knee. He should and bow and Edward, I am his king, and he should bow his knee. I was adopted heir by his consent. Since when his oath is broke, for as I hear, you that are king, though he do wear the crown, have caused him by new set of parliament to blot not out me, and put his own son in, Clifford, and reason too, who should succeed the father but the son. Richard, are you there, butcher? Oh, or I cannot speak. Clifford, crookback, here I stand to answer thee, or any, he the proudest of thy sort. Richard, 'twas you that killed young Rufflin, was it not? Clifford, and old York, and yet not satisfied. Richard, for God's sake, lords, give signal to the night fight. Warwick, what sayest thou, Henry? Wilt thou yield the crown? Queen Margaret, why, no, how now? Long tongued Warwick, dare you speak? When you said I met at St. Albert's last, your legs did better service than your hands. Warwick, then 'twas my turn to fly, and now 'tis thine. Clifford, you said so much before, and yet you fled. Warwick, 'twas not your jailer, Clifford, drove me hence. Okay, hello, Melinda. Hello, Melinda. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It's an honor to have you here. And Melinda said, can't see you. I'm sorry about that. My camera works. I don't know what is going on, and I'm having troubles. I think it's StreamYard because a lot of people are having problems with StreamYard. And my camera working. I can't. But when I had it all set up, all of a sudden I froze. The screen froze. So I think it just has to do with StreamYard. I really do. But I don't know if anybody can see me on YouTube. Okay. And the Honey Holly said, I think it's because of the new settings Facebook has been putting out. Okay, thank you, Honey Holly. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. You think it's because of Facebook? Because I know I can't do no groups anymore. I know that. And Facebook I know they're getting stricter too. Yeah. And a lot of people are blaming it on StreamYard after they've been bought out. And Melinda said, thank you. You're very welcome, Melinda. And they've been bought out by vending spoons, and they focus on a lot of AI, which I don't agree with AI. And so I don't know. I've been having a lot of problems, and my camera works fine. And if I do it, I'm going to change out to, if I go on OBS, my camera works perfectly. So I'm going to have to learn faster about OBS. And another thing, OBS is free, and a lot of these plugins you have to use for OBS is free too. So maybe that'd be the best. I don't know. I hope so. I'll figure this out. But I'm glad y'all can hear me. That's the main thing. And I'm after the show. I will since y'all couldn't see my card I made, and on my very first light up card after the show, I will make a video on my phone video, and make a video and then and share it on Facebook of my card that lights up. I made it light up. Okay. Okay. Now let me see. I lost my place. Um. Uh-oh. I know why. Oh, I know why now. I forgot to change out the light bulb in here. That's because when there's only 3 light bulbs, it's hard to see in here. Hello, some Sames in man. Is there supposed to be a blank screen? No. You're on YouTube, okay? No. There's not supposed to be a blank screen. I think it's to do with StreamYard. I've been having a lot of problems with StreamYard since they've been bought out. So I'm thinking I'm trying to learn how to use OBS and go to that so y'all can see me better. See me, period. You can't on StreamYard anymore. And it's a shame too. And welcome Sunday in Ram, and welcome to the Potpourri Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. I hope I said your name right. Okay. Okay. And I'm not the only one having problems with StreamYard. A lot of people on StreamYard community having problems the same thing too. And StreamYard before they were bought out were the best there was. It was so easy to use and it's just perfect. Now since somebody bought them out, it's going down. Okay. Looking for my place now. Okay, I think I was right here. Okay, Northumberland. No, nor your manhood that durst make your stay. Richard, Northumberland, I hold thee reverently. Break off the party, for scarce I can refrain the execution of my big swollen heart. Upon that Clifford, that cruel child killer, Clifford, I slew thy father. Callest thou him a child? Richard, like a dastard and a treacherous coward, as thou didst kill our tender brother Rutland. But ere sunset I'll make thee curse the deed. King Henry, have done with words, my lords, and hear me speak. Queen Margaret, defy them then, or else hold close thy lips. King Henry, I prithee give no limits to my tongue. I am a king, and privileged to speak. Clifford, my liege, the one that read this meeting here, cannot be cheered by words. Therefore be still. Richard, then executioner, unsheathe thy sword. By them that made us ill all, I am resolved that Clifford's manhood lies upon his tongue. Edward, say, Henry, shall I have my right or not? 1,000 men have broke their fast today that never shall dine unless thou yield the crown. Warwick, if thou deny their blood upon thy head, for York in justice puts his honor on. Prince, if there be right which Warwick says is right, there's no wrong, but everything is right. Richard, whoever got thee, there thy mother stands. For well I will thou hast thy mother's tongue, Queen Margaret, but thou art neither like thy sire nor them, but like a foul, misshapen, enigmatic, marked by the sentence to be avoided, as venom toads or lizards, dreadful things. Okay. Richard, Iron of Naples, hid with English guilt, whose father bears the tide of a king, as if a channel should be called the sea. Shame sit thou not knowing whence thou art entraught, to let thy tongue detect thy base worn heart. Edward, a wisp of straw were worth 1,000 crowns to make this shameless collar no hair herself. Helen of Greece was fair for them thou, although thy husband may be venomous, and never was Agamemnon's brother wronged by that false woman. This came by thee. His father rebelled in the heart of France, and tamed the king, and made the dolphin stoop. And had he matched according to his state, he might have kept that glory to this day. But when he took a beggar to his bed, and graced thy poor sides with his bridal day, even then that sunshine brewed a shower for him that washed his father's fortunes forth of France, and besought sedition on his crown at home. For what hath wrought this tumult but thy pride? Hadst thou been meek, our ride until still hast slept, and we in pity of the gentle king has slipped our claim until another age. And George, but when we saw our sunshine made thy spring, and that thy summer bred us no increase, we set the axe to thy usurping root, and though the edge have something left over ourselves, yet know thou since we have begun to strike, will never leave. Will we have hewn ab thee down, or bathe thy growing with our heated bloods, Edward, and in this resolution I defy thee, no willing any longer conference, since thou didst be gentle king to speak, sound trumpets, let our bloody columns wave, and either victory or else engrave. Queen Margaret, Etsy Edward, no, wrangling woman will no longer stay. These words will cost 10,000 lives this day. The end. And that was the end of Act 2 and Scene 2. And I will read Act 3 next time, next Saturday. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry about all this, you all. I hope this can be solved, and I don't know what's going on. I truly think it's StreamYard, and it's frustrating. But one thing about it, y'all can hear me, and that is awesome. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read Elizabeth Barrett Browning's portrait. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the first one's called Grief by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I tell you, hopeless grief is passionless, that only men incredulous of despair, half taught in anguish, through the midnight air, beat upward to God's throne in loud access of shrieking and reproach, full desertness in souls as countries live silent bare, under the blanching vertical eye glare of the absolute heavens. Deep-hearted man, express grief for thy dead in silence, like to death, most like a monumental statue set, an everlasting watch, and moveless woe, till itself crumble to the dust beneath. Touch it, the marble eyelids are not wet. If it could weep, it could rise and go. The end. And that was Grief by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Next of her poems is Heaven and Earth. And okay, and it says here before the poem it says, and there was silence in heaven for the space of half an hour. First printed in Blackwood, May 1847. Okay, and the poem Heaven and Earth by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. God, who with thunders and great voices kept beneath thy throne, and stars most silver paced along the inferior gyres, and open-faced melodious angels round, canst intercept music with music, yet at will has swept all back, said he, in Patmos place, to fill the heavens with silence of the waste, which lasted half an hour. Lo, I who have wept all day and night, beseech thee by my tears, and by that dread response of curse and groan. Men alternate across these hemispheres. Vouchsafest such a half hour's hush alone, in compensation for our stormy years, as heaven has paused from song, let earth from moan. The end. Okay. And that was Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem called Heaven and Earth. The next one is Hiram Powers' Greek Slave. Okay. And okay, we have a comment. Okay. Hello, Laura. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Hiram Powers' Greek Slave, and right there, before the poem, it says the American sculptor Hiram Powers and his family were among the few intimate friends of the Brownings during their first years in Florence. Okay, now the poem Hiram Powers' Greek Slave by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. They say ideal beauty cannot enter the house of anguish. On the threshold stands an alien image with enshackled hands, called the Greek slave, as if the artist meant her that passionless perfection which he meant her. Shadows not darkened where the seal expands, to so confront man's crimes in different lands, with man's ideal sense. Pierce to the center, art's fiery finger, and break up ere long the serfdom of this world. Appeal, fair stone, from God's pure heights of beauty against man's wrong. Catch up in thy divine face, not alone. East grieves, but west, and strike and shame to lie strong by thunders of white silence overthrown. The end. And that was Hiram Powers' Greek Slave by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And Sammy Imam said, "Heaven and earth, could this be a reference of the grand line geography?" It could be, but I'm not really sure, but I believe so. Because yes, I think it could be. And thank you, Sammy Iman. That is a good question. Okay. Okay. And okay, and that was the it of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem. Okay, now okay. Let me get some water and okay. Okay. And after the show, after here, and I have my supper net, I will be doing a video of the light up card. I'll be putting on my Facebook page and my YouTube page too, so y'all can see that what I did. I was so proud of it. Okay. Now okay. Today poetic form is called Florette. Florette. Okay. And I have found this on Shadow Poetry. Oh yes, and the poems I've been reading from Elizabeth Barrett Browning. That came from it's accuracyproject.org. And not just her poetry. There's Robert Browning. You have other poets, Rudyard Kipling, Christina Rossetti. I have all kinds of Emily Dickinson. So there's several authors on here, poets on here, so you can check it out. And Sammy M.M. said, mentioned of the two hemispheres. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was looking at a poem again, Sammy and Mom, and I think you're right. It's due to land line and geography. I think so, with reference to that. Okay. Okay, and okay, is the Saturday night show thematic based or your selection? May I know? Thank you. Okay, you're very welcome, Sammy. And okay, what the Saturday night show is? I read from Shakespeare and from Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and it and then I do the poetic forms. I talk about that, and then I talk about um the words for today. And yes, it is my selection. Yeah, I selected them, and then at the end, if anybody wants to come on and read their poetry, or they can read their poetry, or if they want to play an instrument or sing, or want to show an art, or should come and talk, or should have anything, or you want to talk about your books or your projects or what you're doing. Yes, Shakespeare. Yes, Shakespeare. Yes, I read that. What I was reading Shakespeare at the beginning of it, and I was reading King Henry VI, Part 3, and that. Okay, yes, and I will give out if anybody if you see the oh, what you call it, what is about, and on the description, it will have a link how you get in here if you want to read your poems, or have anything you want to say, what do you want to talk about. Okay. And Sammy and Ma'am said, inspiring it is. Ah, thank you very much, Sammy and Ma'am. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right, and I apologize if I'm not. I'm sorry. Okay. 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 And the okay, for the The poetic form Florette, I found this on shadowpoetry.com. Even though the shadowpoetry.com is like a ghost site, it is still helpful. I recommend this site, shadowpoetry.com. You can find so much information on it. Mhm. Um, okay. Sammy said, I wish I could see, that's all. I apologize, Sammy. I think it's StreamYard problem because ever since StreamYard used to be the best, and used to be the best there was. But then they were sold out, and the ones who founded StreamYard, they couldn't buy it. They tried to, but they couldn't. So so they lost out, and the ones who bought them out on Bending Spoons, it started going downhill. I got Sammy said, oh, um, wow. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. 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 Wow. And I don't see you up here either. So, wow. Oh, what happened here? I can't even get that off of there. Oh, okay. Now I okay. Um, I don't know what to say because I can't see. Wow. Wow. Okay. Dan Turner created the floret poetic form. The floret consists of two or more four-line stanzas. The rhyme scheme is A B A, and the meter is 8 8 8 and 12. The okay, like the outgrowing of a small flowers, the fourth line of each stanza is longer and enwraps the previous lines. Line 4 requires an internal rhyme scheme that rhymes the eighth syllable with the end of line number 3 and continues to add on 4 more syllables than the other lines so that the fourth line ends rhyming with lines 1 and 2. And that was the end of it, of the floret. Okay. You know what? Look like because I can't see you either on here. Wow. This really upset me with StreamYard, you know. I'm having so many problems. I got to learn how to do this OBS faster than this so I can, um, so y'all can see me and I can bring people on because I don't see you on here either. Wow. Oh, wow. And there's a part that says having issues, but when I clicked on that before and be like a automated thing. So Um, Sammy, your mom said, "What amazes you, Noreen?" Um, well, I love poetry, and I like to share poetry, and um, and I like to share, and get poetry out to other people all I can. And I know, and I love to write poetry, and God amazes me because without Him, without God, I would never be able to write poetry. I would never have the talent. So I thank God for giving me the talent to write. So God amazes me, and so being alive amazes me. Yeah. And I should love poetry. And okay. And thank you very much, Sammy Amran. Okay. I sure appreciate you, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay. Okay. And today's word is intangible. I get that from wordgenius.com. Um, and it's spelled intangible. It's spelled INFRANGIBLE. And it's an adjective. The origin is French, late 16th century, and definition is unbreakable, inviolable. Example in a sentence: Marissa bought infrangible plates for her toddler. And did you know, at first glance, it might be easy to mistake infrangible with intangible since they look so similar. However, to be infrangible is to be unbreakable, whereas something that's intangible is unable to be touched or grasped because it doesn't have a physical presence. Okay, and that was the end. And and Sammy says, "Thanks for hosting me, Noreen. You are very welcome, Sammy." Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay, and okay, now it's time for the potpourri. Let me see how I can bring you on because I don't see you on here, and it's all blank right here. I only can see me, but it's froze, so I don't know what is going on. Um, okay, let me see. I'm gonna try that having issues. See, I know I probably won't get any help, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yep, I figured that. It's an automated thing. It's not gonna help. They want you to read. That ain't gonna help me. Um, okay. Okay. I should understand. Um, um, okay. Are you still in the studio, Sammy? Because I don't see nothing. It's blank right there. And okay. Okay. Oh, there was something I would like to share with you all. Um, last night, I was watching the show called Touched by an Angel on TV, and anyway, I was okay. Okay, and Sammy said I'm watching from YouTube. Okay, I wonder. Okay, 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 okay. So you're not in the studio then? Okay, okay. And anyway, and then I just want to write this poem. And I'm not through with this poem yet. So and I thought about it, and then I couldn't sleep, so I was thinking about the poem, and I didn't feel like getting up, out of bed and write it down. So my phone is right there beside me. So I thought, well, why can't I just record it on here on the phone? And okay, let me okay and share it with you all. And I need to write it down. So I'm gonna turn it on my recorder on my phone and let you all hear it. I called it one positive at a time. Lift up the negativity and spread kindness. You know, the when you speak a negative word or get angry at someone, it's like a virus, a disease. It's contagious. It spreads to each person, and when all of a sudden you're gonna have a bunch of people angry, negative. People's gonna cut each other down. Why can't we just say a kind word? It doesn't take much to say a kind word to someone, and spread that a kind word, or that's what we need more of. There's too much hate in this world, too much negative. We need positive. Can't we just all get along? It don't take much to get along. Do your best. See something in someone, whether it's saying hello, give them a smile. Smile at them. Ask them how you're doing and be for real. And just open a door for someone. Or say, are you okay? There's so much we can do in this world to make a difference. If we all can do this, wouldn't this world be a better place to live in? Oh, yes, it would. Oh, yes, it would. If you could give a kind word, even if it's giving someone buying someone groceries, even if it's only $10 or so, or we can do that, or helping somebody getting something off the shelf at a grocery store, or helping them unload their groceries in their car. Walking someone's dog if you're not afraid of the dog, or be polite to somebody, open the door for someone. Um, go and check on them go check on your neighbor or your friend or a stranger and see if they're okay, if they need anything. Let's say in your neighborhood you're going to the store or getting or doing something. Well, your neighbor who can't drive, who don't get out. Why don't you just stand up? Why don't you just go and ask them before you leave if they need anything or if they want to come along? And make sure they're okay. Check on them every day. And this world be a better place. Wouldn't it be so much nicer if we can all do this? You know what? I know I'm guilty of this, getting upset with somebody. I don't mean to, but then I realize how it can bring other people down. It's contagious. It's a disease, a virus. We just have to pray to God to help us to to let go of that. To let go and to be nice and friendly and be positive. All it takes, saying hello with a smile. That's all it takes. This will be a better place, and being a positive, it can change the whole world. It can change this world. One positive thing at a time can change the world. I know I would love that. Can we all get along? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Let's stop the negativity. Okay. Okay, that was the end of it. But I'm not through with it yet. Okay, we have a comment, and Sammy said, "What a perspective, Noreen." Thank you very much, Sammy. Okay, and if anybody can get on here, okay, I hope y'all can get I know Sammy said he tried to get on here, but and Sammy said so we all get along. Mind blowing. Thank you very much, Sammy. Okay. Um okay, let me see. Okay. Enter. There it is. Um I put it on here and see if anybody it will show up. Okay. I know Sammy already tried to get on here, and and she said, and Sammy said that it was all blank. So I don't understand. If somebody you want to try again, so okay. Um, okay. And because I have more to say on that poem, one positive thing. Okay, now I see you, Sammy. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see, hello, Sammy.
Hi there.
Okay, welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show.
Thank you.
And
Can you see me?
okay, it's an honor to have you here. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Are you a poet?
I'm an aspiring poet. I'd like to be a poet, although I am writing things in my spare time. At the moment, I'm translating from one language to another in a poetic form.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, and welcome. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you. Otherwise, apart from the screen being an issue, everything's fine.
I couldn't hear you.
Apart from the screen being an issue, everything is fine.
Okay, okay. Thank you. And do you want to share with us?
I think it's my first show this time, so maybe in the coming show, if that's okay.
Okay, okay, that'd be good.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. Mhm.
Was it was
Oh,
was it Channel Poetry you were saying? Channelpoetry.org.
yes. You can read any poetry you want to read. Mhm,
So
okay,
okay.
mhm.
Uh, I'll have to find one for you next time then.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. I'm hoping this will be fixed where y'all can see me and this be better. But I think it's StreamYard that has a problem. A lot of people complaining about StreamYard lately. They've been sold out.
Yeah,
So, but maybe it'll get better. I hope.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Did you have a poem you want to read to us? Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. I would love to hear one of your poems. That'd be awesome.
Hopefully
Okay.
soon then.
Huh? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Um, we're ready when you are. Hmm.
Oh, okay. Um,
Okay.
see if I
Hmm.
can find one then.
Okay. Hmm.
I think I recently shared one on Facebook that which was pretty famous in the past 2 years about Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. Have you heard that one?
Okay. I would love to hear it. We all would. Okay. Hmm.
Mhm. I
Hmm.
think it was by Edward Michael. It was quite a famous one on YouTube as well. It went viral.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
It's because I'm watching from my phone and I'll be better prepared next time.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We can start when you're ready. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. You ready to read? Okay. Hmm. You ready to read?
I'm trying to find one at the
Okay.
moment.
Okay. 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 Am I saying your name right?
Yes,
Sammy?
Sammy Imran.
Okay.
Sammy
Okay.
Imran.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
Let's have a go.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
I found one.
Okay, okay,
Uh, Valentine by Carolyn Duffy.
okay, okay.
So it goes, not a red rose or a Satan heart. I give you an onion. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light, like a careful undressing of love. Here, it will blind you with tears, like a lover. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. I am trying to be truthful, not a cute card or a kissogram. I'll give you an onion. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips, possessive and faithful as we are, or as long as we are. Take it, it's a platinum loops. Shrink to a wedding ring if you like. Lethal. Its scent will cling to your fingers, cling to your knife. By Carolyn Duffy.
Wow, wow. That was a beautiful poem. That was awesome. Mhm. Thank you.
So, what did you make of it, Noreen?
Okay, I thought that was really good poem. It sounds romantic.
Yeah.
Mhm, 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 mhm. You have another one you want to share?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Just looking over this Valentine one, it was more
okay,
of a
okay,
imagery style poetry. I thought it was more of an imagery style poetry.
okay.
I think it was referring to a tough love. I think.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's have a look. I found Dolce Decorum Est.
Okay. Mhm,
So it goes like a bent double, like old beggars under sacks. Knock-kneed copper-night hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting threads we turned our backs and toward our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched to sleep, many had lost their boots, but limped on, blood-shod, all went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of tide outstrip 5 9s that dropped behind. Gas, gas, quick boys, an ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time. For someone still was yelling out and stumbling, and floundering like a man in fire or lime, dim through the misty panes and thick green light. As under green sea I saw him drowning. In all my dreams, before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. Within some smothering dreams you two could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his hanging face like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear at every jolt the blood come gargling from the corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud, O vile, incurable souls on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, dulce decorum est pro patria mori.
Wow. Wow. That was a powerful one. Mhm.
You think so?
Yes. Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Okay. I think it sounds okay. I couldn't hear it all because you was it was just it was really low. You had a low voice, but what I got from it, it was sad and and it was powerful and makes you think.
Hmm. I see.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. And you can read more if you want to when you
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to
okay
find
okay.
one as well. I think I might be ready to read one of mine out.
Okay. Mhm.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Brilliant. So it goes like, right, produce to your geography with your faith an emblem of values, say, O Pakistan, applying our belief to supplications. May peace and blessings be upon us all, bound by his order and our routine, a strength of a union facing a direction of practicing, preserving faith for the benefit of our eternal abode. A crescent and a star is an obliged limit. The rest is your knowledge we are pleased with and creed. I am thankful and humble to your generous sustenance, following your conserved book and preached etiquette in our responsibilities, inherited from our ancestors to abide by the guidance of our Sharia. 'Tis the pure relationship with pride, 'tis my faith. I shall return your supreme faith. I shall return your supreme faith with my heart and hands, his supremacy.
Wow. Wow. That is really good. I like that one.
You did?
Yes. Hmm.
What was good about it, Noreen?
Okay. Okay. What I understand what it's about was about okay. Can you read that one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can you read it? Can you read a little bit louder?
Yeah, I can do. How's that
Oh,
better?
yeah. That's better. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Brilliant. So it starts off with, right. Produce to your geography with your faith an emblem of values, say, O Pakistan, applying our belief to supplications. May peace and blessings be upon us all, bound by his order and our routine. a strength of a union, facing a direction of practicing, preserving faith for the benefit of our eternal abode. A crescent and star is an obliged limit. The rest is your knowledge. We are pleased with that creed. I am thankful and humble to your generous sustenance, following your conserved book and preached etiquette in our responsibilities, inherited from our ancestors to abide by the guidance of our Sharia. Tis the pure relationship with pride. Tis my faith. I shall return your supreme faith with my heart and hands, his supremacy.
Okay. Okay. I like that one. You was talking about, having faith in God, and about
Yeah,
we need to all get to, to be in union, and should be with, be with God and have our faith.
yeah.
Yes. Mhm, mhm.
It's good to have your thoughts on it and your
Yes.
opinions.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Mhm, mhm. And did you write that one? That was really good.
Yeah, I wrote this one myself. I mean, as I say, because I consider myself to be an amateur, so I think I just translated it from another language to English.
Mhm. You're very talented too, and and I'm so honored to have you here reading your poetry because you are very talented.
Well, thank you so much, Noreen.
You're very welcome. Mhm. Where you from?
From the UK, Leicester.
Oh, okay, I'm from wow, in UK. Well, we have somebody. I'm from United States, America. Mhm.
United
Wow,
States. Yeah, yeah. It's midnight over here.
um, wow, it's only about 8 o'clock at night here. Almost eight
Oh
o'clock.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome that we can, from all over the world, we can communicate like this, and I really
Yes.
like
Yeah.
that. Yes, because we all want the same thing, no matter what, where we live. We all want the same thing: peace. We
Yeah.
want our faith. We all want a job, and want to
Yeah.
love our family, and to be
Yeah.
happy, and have friends and family, to live in peace and harmony, and happiness, and should be, and be positive. That's what we all want from all over the world.
That's
So
right. Democracy.
yes, yeah. And I do hope you come back too again, and come
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, because I have it every Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, and if
Sure.
you
Of course.
okay,
Once a
and if you
week.
yes, and if you want, you can read more. If you want to read more,
Sure. Sure.
okay,
No, I mean, because I started like uh, from the middle of the show, so hopefully I can start from the beginning where I can catch more of your poems, and then we can pick each other's brain if you like,
okay,
bounce things off one another.
okay. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
What am I doing now, Noreen?
Huh? Oh, did you want to read more?
No, I think that's enough for today. What do you think?
Okay, okay. 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 And okay. Then we'll just close up then, because I don't see nobody else coming on here to read their poetry or have anything to say. Oh, do you have any books out published?
No, nothing yet. No, starting
Oh,
off.
okay. Oh, okay. 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 And it's an honor to have you here, Sammy. And I'm glad you came here. And I hope you can come back. You're welcome
Sure,
anytime. Okay.
sure. Thanks for doing what you do.
Yes. Okay. And keep on writing because you're very talented.
Will do. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. And now, everyone, okay, remember, um, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams, and you're never too old or too young to start learning something new. Another, God bless each one of you all, and I love y'all, and God loves you too. And I hope y'all have a good evening, good day, good weekend, and a good week. Thank you all for being here. You have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. Thank you all.
Thank
A
you.
host
Thank
is Noreen Snyder, and you had Sammy here reading his poetry. And thank you, Sammy. Thank you for being a
Thanks a
guest
lot, Noreen.
again. You're welcome. Okay. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay.
See you next week then.